Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we are jumping straight into Yeezy.com. You know, the digital storefront for one of fashion's, let's say, most talked about figures. Our sources really dug into this one central question. Is the site a legit place to buy stuff? Or is it basically, well, a chaotic scam?
Yeah, and it's tricky because the answer seems to be kind of both. Technically,
Yeah.
I mean, legally, Yeezy.com is solid. It's the official domain. Kanye West owns it. It's trademarked, properly registered. All checks out on paper.
Okay, right. So legit on paper.
Exactly. But operationally,
Yeah.
that's where it feels more like a high-risk gamble.
Okay, let's unpack that then. If the legal side is okay, why are we hearing about like extreme instability? What's this story about Shopify getting involved? That sounds serious for an e-commerce site.
Oh, it was. Shopify, the huge platform that runs tons of online stores. They actually suspended Yeezy.com back in February 2025.
Suspended. Why?
The reason given was, and I'm quoting here, not engaging in authentic commerce practices. Just boom, the site went dark. Yeah. Then eventually it flickered back online, but through someone else. It's just brand instability taken to an extreme level.
And this isn't just about website hosts, right? I mean, the products themselves seem all over the place. Like 1 minute it's $20 foam slides, pretty standard stuff. The next, there was that whole Super Bowl ad thing with controversial t-shirts.
Right, the swastika t-shirts. That caused a massive stir.
Yeah. What's driving that kind of wild swing?
A lot of this volatility, according to the sources, really stems from the post-Adidas era. Remember that big partnership?
Of course, ended back in October 2022 after West's comments.
Exactly. After that split, the brand was operating totally independently. And that independence seems to have led to these wildly inconsistent product drops and basically zero quality control, hence the roller coaster you mentioned.
Okay, so the internal stuff is clearly unhinged. But what about the actual customer, the person clicking buy? How does this chaos translate to them? Can you actually rely on getting what you order?
Well, that's the real test, isn't it? And if you look at what customers are saying, it's not good. Trustpilot, the review site, Yeezy Apparel has a really low score, just 2.3 out of 5 stars.
Or 2.3, that's pretty bad. What are people complaining about? Just slow shipping?
It's way beyond slow shipping. The customer service is consistently described as, well, non-existent.
Non-existent. Like you email them and just nothing.
Precisely. People report items just never showing up. Zero response to emails. Trying to return something, forget about it, apparently impossible.
So people are just out the money.
Seems like it in many cases. And the vibe people get. I saw this one review. It perfectly captures it.
Yeah.
Someone literally wrote, "The owner did a crypto scam."
Whoa. Okay, that's a strong statement.
It is. It shows the perception, right? That this supposedly high-end brand operates more like like the source said, a teenager running a lemonade stand during a mental breakdown.
Okay, this is a really important point now for you, the listener. We have to be super clear here. We need to separate this chaotic, maybe unreliable official site from the actual outright scams that are definitely out there.
Absolutely critical distinction. The internet is unfortunately full of imposter sites. Things like YeezyOfficial.net or YeezySupplyUs.com. They look convincing sometimes.
Right, they steal the official photos.
Exactly. They steal photos, mimic the look, and run textbook scams just designed to take your money and give you nothing. Or maybe a cheap knockoff. That's straight up fraud.
So Yeezy.com itself, the official one, isn't that kind of scam?
Correct. It's not fraudulent in the traditional sense. Your payment does get processed legitimately through actual channels, but buying anything is still a massive gamble. You're betting the site, or the operation behind it, stays functional long enough to actually ship your order.
Okay, so the bottom line for anyone listening who still wants to try and buy something official.
Right. If you absolutely feel you must buy from Yeezy.com, you need to do your homework. First, triple check you're on the exact domain, Yeezy.com, no variations. Second, screenshot everything. The product page, your cart, the confirmation page, your receipt. Keep proof.
Good advice.
And third, definitely use a credit card, preferably one with really good fraud protection. That gives you some recourse if things go wrong.
Okay, so we've landed here. The site is technically legitimate, owned by the right person, but operationally, it's volatile, unstable. The source material even called it documentary-worthy chaos.
It really does raise a bigger question, doesn't it, about what legitimacy even means in online retail today.
Exactly. So here's the final thought we want to leave you with. If buying from a brand requires you to basically gather forensic evidence, screenshots, credit card protection, checking the URL like a detective just to make a purchase, is that still shopping? Or is it something else entirely? Something for you to think about?